So, behind me is our new to us, 2021 Tesla Model Y, long range, all wheel drive. And in this video, I'm going to tell you if it's actually worth buying a 4-year-old, 100,000 mile Tesla. So yes, this is our 2021 Tesla Model Y, and we bought it now going on about 5 months. Sorry, this video is really delayed. I've actually shot other ones before this one, but it is matte black, PPF from matte black. It's got the induction rims on there, and it's really nice. And we're going to walk around here and kind of show you. Sorry, it's dirty. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on the Tesla. You guys know about Teslas. If you're watching this video, you know about Teslas. But so I decided to get in the car because the wind was like blowing like crazy. But like I said, this is a 21 Tesla Model Y, long range. We bought it with about 102,000 miles on it. And before I tell you if I think it's worth, buying a used Model Y like this, let me tell you a couple of things, about the car. So why did we pick it up? Why did we buy a Tesla Model Y? Well, you guys know that I sold my Model S, and I said I was going to drive I was going to drive my truck, which I did, and I really like my truck, but I was really missing the Tesla. I was really missing or having an EV, and the acceleration, how smooth the acceleration was, how comfortable the ride was, and I was missing it. So I decided to start looking for a Model 3, something cheap, something I could pick up even cheaper than this one. And I found one in Seguin. It was a 22. It was a 22 refresh, so it had the Ryzen processor in there. And me and my wife went down there to go take a look at it. And driving it, I really liked the car. And he was asking a really good price for it. But she's like, I think we should get a SUV. And I told her, it was like, the problem with the SUVs, we would be probably looking at a Model Y or an older Model X. And I didn't want to do the Model X because of the charging speed. And that's the only reason. And so I said, okay, we'll look at a Model Y. I found this one up in Dallas. It had 102,000 miles on it, but I noticed on the screen that it had full self-driving capabilities enabled. It has hardware 3, full self-driving 12.6.4, I think, or 12.4.6. I can't remember. I'll put that number up there here shortly. Called them up. This was July 4th. They were asking $21,900 for it. And I went ahead and offered them $19,500. With a little bit of negotiation, I was able to get it for right at $20,000. So July 5th, we drove up to Dallas, signed the papers, drove it back. It has been a really good car. And, there are a couple problems with it. But I would say nothing major that can't be fixed. And so we're going to go through some of those. So one of the problems that we have is this leather right here is, on the steering wheel is like, peeling up. So that needs to be replaced. To me, that's not a big deal. That the steering wheel can be replaced. That can be replaced. So that's not a big deal. We have this part where the leather cover over the glove box, it's coming up. That needs to be repaired. Again, nothing major. One thing I don't like is this center console. I do not like the matte black. It's got little spots on here. It shows all kinds of fingerprints and stains, and it's chipping right here. It's coming up. And so, but I plan on replacing this with a Gen 2 center console. So again, no big deal. I switched down around the other side. The other thing is this seat right here, the driver's seat, the leather, it's kind of discolored or kind of coming apart. Not really coming apart. It just doesn't look good. Doesn't look like the rest of it. Another thing I don't like about this Tesla is, and I think this is pretty much for most Teslas, or at least most cars, I really wish this was ventilated, because this gets very, very hot, and causes my back to sweat. And so, it just, I don't like that. I wish this was fixed. But everything else is holding up pretty well. So on the outside of the car, another thing that I would say is a small problem with the Tesla, or this Model Y, is the door opening in the back is kind of small in my opinion. I wish this was a little further back. I wish this was a little easier to get into. Also, the floor getting in, you've got to raise your foot over the door seal and then come down. To me, that would be better if it was like more of a flat floor, but it is what it is. To me, the door opening is the bigger problem. Another problem that I don't like about this car is the sloping line there. And the reason I don't like it is, it looks good, but when you go into, storing stuff in it, it does get a little difficult, okay? My wife's knee scooter right here, we have to put the wheels this way, because the roof line is too low. Anything below this little lip right here, it will not close. And so it does have some problems. Now, so let's get to some of the things I do like about this car, okay? One, the power seats fold. That's nice. The amount of space that we have in here is very good. The subfloor down there, the basement as I call it, is awesome. The front is really, really good. That's one of the things I love about the Teslas, okay? Or actually most EVs that actually do EVs. Things I really like about it. I like having an FM radio in this car where my Model S did not. The charging speed is awesome compared to my Model S. Now, it's nothing crazy like the the EV6, that I test drove, but compared to my Model S, its charging speed is awesome. It's got full self-driving in here. The autopilot is really good. The full self-driving is pretty good. If we go to software here, again, we're looking at full self-driving supervised version 12.6.4. And it actually does really, really, really good. It does have some problems at night sometimes, but overall, not a big problem. The ride quality is pretty good. Now, it's not as good as my Model S, but my Model S had air ride suspension, where this one does not. So another thing I like about this car is the glass roof. I didn't think I would like it at first, but I end up really liking it. Looking up, seeing, the stars, or seeing the sky or whatever is kind of nice. My Model S didn't have it, so I was, didn't think I'd like it, but I do. Also, headroom. As you can tell, I got my hat on, and there's plenty of headroom. And it's funny because even in my truck, I can't wear my hat. I can get into this car with no problem without bumping my hat and it falling off. My truck, Rivians I've driven, they don't, I always hit my hat. So plenty of headroom. Now, do I think it's worth buying a 4-year-old, 100,000 mile Tesla Model Y? Yes, I do. Everyone is saying, where are the $25,000 cars? Where are the $25,000 EVs? Well, those are on the used market. Buy a used EV, buy a used Tesla. You can get these Model Ys for 18, 19, 20, $24,000, 3, 4, 5 years old. The Model 3s you can get for, 14. I've seen them as low as $14,000. They have high miles, but, I had 227,000 miles on my Model S. Never had a major problem with it. Biggest problem I had was the AC system. What car doesn't have a problem with the AC system after 200,000 miles? Now, is it perfect? No, it's got a problem. It's going to have to go into the shop. The door pillar camera right here it keeps going out. We have to reset it. That's not a hard process, but it is inconvenient at times. But overall, yes, it's worth buying a 4-year-old 100,000 mile Tesla or EV. Now, I don't know anything about the other EVs. I've never owned anything but a Tesla when it comes to EV. But they're very, very well worth it. Now, in the next few videos, we're going to go through full self-driving. We're going to do a test. Where we're going on city streets, we're going on the highway, we're going to a destination, and we're going to see how many times it deactivates. When we go on a longer trip, we are going to document that and try to use full self-driving, for those longer trips, and see how long or how many times I have to disengage. We're going to do this out spec style too. We're going to do some of their tests. We're going to do a 10% challenge. And that's where you get to the charger at 10%, you charge for 15 minutes, and then you see how long you can drive until you hit the next 10%. We're going to do that. We're going to do, now I'm not going to run this car to dead. I'm not for me. Now we're going to do another test that I like to do. It's called 80 to 10. We're going to charge it up to 80%, get on the road and see how far we can go with till we hit 10%. To me, if a car can go, an EV can go 180 miles on 80 to 10, that's 3 hours worth of driving, roughly. And to me, that's the gold standard, because after 3 hours, it's good to get out and stretch. So stay tuned to those videos coming up, hopefully here in not too long. I've got to get these in, I got to get out and record more, but I don't, I got kids, I got family, Anyway, thank you for viewing me rambling about my car. And stay tuned as we do other tests and other videos on it. And anything that goes wrong, you guys will know about it. Anything that needs to go to the store, to the service center, you'll know about it. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to document everything. And I really like this car. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.